Hey guys, I have another stimulus check update. Stay on this video because I'll tell you what I know. If you're into entrepreneurship and making money online, or you just want to change your financial situation, subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification so you get notified every time I do another video. Also, if you want to get my #1 recommendation to make $200 to $500 a week, click the link in the description. Linda Bomba here. I am a full-time internet marketer. You want to stay on this video all the way to the end because I will give you some ideas about how you can create some income without depending on the government or a job. But you have to stay to the end of this. And if you found value with this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. But the issue right now is, and I know a lot of you have not gotten your first stimulus check. And I know that they sent out a lot of debit cards, and what's happened is a lot of people have thrown them out. Please go through your mail. It's going to be a plain envelope that you don't recognize. You may have gotten sent a debit card because if you haven't gotten your payment, that's how they're sending out these last ones. They may move back from what I hear to direct deposit or a paper check, but check your mail. If you're not sure, go to the IRS website, irs.gov. I am told that they've done some updates. But at the moment right now, starting this past Monday, they were on break for Memorial Day. They were discussing, and what everyone seems to be agreeing on is they don't want to sign another bill that's more than $1 trillion. The CARE Act was $2.2 trillion. The HEROES Act is $3.5 trillion. Reality is they come up with another bill that it's more than $1 trillion and it doesn't have a payroll tax cut because that's what President Trump wants. It's probably not going to go through. There's probably not going to be anything done before July 3rd. And if there is another stimulus check, it's probably not going to happen until July 20th. And I know a lot of people are hurting. Another month's going by and people are behind on their rent, their mortgage, money to buy groceries. I've done a couple other videos with some other resources, for food programs, depending on your own situation and where you live in the country, check those videos out because there might be something, some sort of assistance. If you're not sure, search pandemic relief programs in the state where you live. Your state probably has something where you live, but it doesn't look, they're going to go on break for 2 weeks over the 4th of July holiday. And then they're gone for most of the month of August. And that doesn't really help anybody. Although, the unemployment numbers jumped up. And I know some people, especially if you work like in the restaurant industry, where I live, some stuff just opened back up partially on Friday. Because the county I live in the state of Pennsylvania, we went from red to yellow on Friday. And I know actually the woman who cuts my hair, because they've been closed, I had an appointment with her on March 16th. She canceled. And they have been closed since. She thought they'd be closed for 2 weeks. She sent me a text, actually, in fact, last night and said they're opening up in the place where I go. It's more than one location. So the owner, and I get that. He's got a small business. He's got employees. He's got customers that they may be starting to look at opening back up at the end of June or July. She said she'd let me know when she can start scheduling appointments again. So things are starting to open up back up, but I just heard that Nordstrom's closed, so all those jobs were lost. And really the only thing, and I've got this pulled up on my screen, is that you can do is sign this petition because, in my opinion, really doesn't matter. I think that, in terms of the economy, despite that the stock market's been going up, they need to come up with some sort of program where they're sending direct payments to people for like at least the next 3 to 6 months, like I'd say $2,000. Sign this petition. I will leave a link for this in the comments below this video and pin it to the video. Sign it. I signed it, and I will let you know when I signed it, I got an error message, and it looked like mine didn't go through, but it actually did. So if you get an error message, you can just refresh the page. You'll see that if yours went through, but sign it. You can see that they're looking for 1.5 million people to sign it. They're up to 1.259. If enough people sign this, because this is one thing we can all do. I did sign this, so please sign it. Because and there's a lot of economists that probably agree with me. They've got to do something else. And maybe you got your job back. Hey, great. If you didn't, I've got a couple other videos where I went over some relief programs. The one video I did, it doesn't have every state, but if you're not sure, go to Google and search pandemic relief programs in your state. There's probably something where you can get some assistance with food, buying food, groceries, with your rent and your mortgage. I would encourage you to go to, like, if you're renting to your landlord and see if, because, and a lot of landlords aren't rich guys. They've got a mortgage they got to pay, and if their tenants aren't paying them, I mean, it's just kind of like a mushroom kind of thing. So the only thing that we can all do this, we can sign this petition. It is a voice. And I did say to you, go check out the #1 recommendation, the link I have in the description, because if you're not in the mindset right now with all this going on, I know after I lost my job in 2011, I never thought about creating more than one stream of income. When I lost my job in 2000, I lost actually a couple jobs over, from 2011 to, 2016. I never thought about making more than one stream of income. And when I lost that income, that was my only income. I was screwed. If you're not thinking like that, and even if you have a job, you can start, building a business online. It's a business. It's not, I don't have a job. It's a business that I'm building. That you can start doing something, working 7 to 10 hours a week. You can get started for really low cost, and start working on that. Even if you're working a full-time job, you can find 7 to 10 hours a week, because this isn't going away anytime soon. And you don't know what's going to happen, truthfully. You may have a job, and I just don't think jobs are secure anymore. And, a lot of people, my parents, all I heard was go to college, get a good job, get a good education, get a good job, and that just doesn't exist. If you want to be a doctor, you got to go to college. That is the route. You can't, you cannot become a doctor or a lawyer without spending, a doctor, you're talking 7 to 10 years. If you're not thinking like that, to take control of your own situation, because most people, they're depending on the government or something else, and maybe you applied for unemployment, you're collecting unemployment, that's going to run out. The first job I lost, I collected unemployment for a year and a half. And the second job I lost, that was only like 6 months. And a lot of the unemployment benefits people are getting, from what I'm told, they're going to run out at the end of July. So if you're not thinking like that, start thinking like this. Go ahead. I will leave a link for this. Sign this petition. It's one thing we can all do. So to do something, because if get enough people to sign this, and put it in front of Congress and our government, say, hey, you guys got to do something, because people are really hurting. So check out. Go ahead. Click the link below. Check out. Do something. And if you don't do anything else, sign this petition. So I hope you found value with this video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Let me know, did you get your first stimulus check? And if you haven't, make sure you're checking your mail, because a lot of people, you got a debit card. I know some people have thrown theirs out. If you think maybe you got one, you did throw it out, go to the IRS.gov and check the website. So I appreciate you watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next video.